All right. Well, welcome to our Saving Stormwater podcast. We're kind of just going to jump right into it. We did miss a month because we were getting our new ComplianceGO software up and running, but we're ready to get back into our podcasting. So why don't you go ahead and start with, kind of your name, your title, kind of your job description, because that's really a unique position you're in, and I think you're the only one that can do it justice.
Okay. Well, my name is Tara Ross. I'm an environmental coordinator for Calcasieu Parish Police Jury. Calcasieu Parish is in the heart of Southwest Louisiana. Some people may be more familiar with the term county rather than parish. Calcasieu Parish is governed by an elected body known as the Police Jury, which is similar to a county commission form of government. As an environmental coordinator for the Police Jury, my main focus is stormwater management. As the stormwater manager, my goal is to administer, implement, and enforce the provisions that aid in maintaining and improving the quality of surface water and groundwater in our parish. This includes the prevention of discharges to the contaminated stormwater runoff and illicit discharges from industrial, commercial, residential, and construction sites into the municipal separate storm sewer system.
All right. Yeah, that's quite a mouthful, and it's definitely a lot bigger of requirements than my job description entails. So, kudos to you. You really have a really crazy job, and I hope that some of our listeners are going to kind of get a feel for everything that you do. So we're just going to kind of jump right in. The first question I have for you: there's a growing trend in the water industry and in water advocating for #WomenInWater. I'm sure you've heard a little bit about it here and there on LinkedIn, and we were hoping you could give us some insights on the benefits women uniquely have brought to the stormwater programs in your region. I think you'd be able to give our listeners some great value in terms of promoting women in local government.
Okay, I think one of the main benefits that women bring to the stormwater program is that most of us are natural caretakers. In other words, we want to take care of anything that we're responsible for: men, women, children, young, old, rich, poor, and particularly this raw resource that we have, that is the earth. Our water is a major resource and a necessity needing this protection. So as caretakers, natural caretakers, I think women do this very well. We don't own all of these resources. We're just borrowing them from future generations. So we need to proactively take care of the resources now, because our grandchildren and their children won't have some of the experiences maybe we once had, like drinking from a running creek. Not that I've had that experience, but maybe my grandparents or their grandparents had that at one time. In general, I find that women are prevalent in all industries, though. Yesterday's boundaries seem to have disappeared, and women are running the same race in the workplace with the knowledge and skills that put them shoulder to shoulder with their male counterparts. So honestly, I feel like being a woman in this industry hasn't affected me in any way. I've also always been a little bit of a tomboy and held myself to the same standards as most guys most of the time anyway. I like to encourage women to become change makers, though, in their local government, and to be mindful that this is where the most impactful decisions are being made. So bringing a woman's point of view into the decision making is very essential to the changes we need.
Yeah, I couldn't have said that. I couldn't have said that better myself. I mean, that's a great point. There's a lot of, kind of great jobs out there, and it is super important to kind of protect our planet's resources. Actually, speaking of protecting those planet's resources, not too long ago, you held a campaign of sorts where you shared some photos on LinkedIn. How did that, it was kind of the Poop Fairies campaign, if you remember. How did that campaign come to be?
Well, yes, the Poop Fairy is an ongoing campaign that we use here to educate our citizens on the relationship between pet waste and water quality issues. So many people aren't aware of the fact that pets' fecal matter breaks down and is washed into our waterways through stormwater runoff. So this is evident when we see people in our parks that are not properly disposing of their pet waste. Even more concerning for us here in Calcasieu Parish is most of our parks are located on waterways next to rivers and bayous and lakes. At this time, we don't have any laws regulating that owners have to pick up after their pets, but that is essentially what the Poop Fairy campaign is all about. So until we have those laws, we have to remind those people that really there is no Poop Fairy. and they have to scoop the poop themselves. The poop fairy makes several appearances throughout the year at different public events. One of the major events that we attend each year is our 2 rabies clinics that the police jury holds. Basically, the rabies clinic is a drive-through rabies clinic where people can pretty much drive through and have their rabies shots administered to their pets right in the comfort of their own vehicle. So what we do here is we stand outside the entrance of the clinic and we greet the residents as they're coming in. We give away pet waste bag dispensers and brochures that features our design, reminding them that there is no poop fairy. If you show the pictures there later, you'll see that he's pretty much an attention getter. Both of us actually are attention getters with our outfits that we have that associate with that. Another one of our events that we do is called the Crew of Bacchus Parade. It's around our festival season that's known as Mardi Gras here in Louisiana. And this parade is a parade for dogs. What we do is we set up before the parade. It is one of the events that we are able to go and be there before and after, and actually during the event as well. But we set up before the event with some of our promotional items and these brochures. And of course, what we'd be doing there if we didn't have our pet waste bag dispensers, right?
Right.
The dog parade and some of the other events that we go to, we do this game. It's called Scoop the Poop Game. And to play the game, we rope off an area. We lay down about 10 to 15 fake piles of poop, and we have 2 buckets and 2 scoops. And when the children come up to play, we ask them if they have dogs or pets. And if they say yes, we ask them if they scoop the poop. But we tell them why it's so important to do that the untreated pet fecal matter is harmful to our waterways, just like human waste is. And that when it rains, it washes the water down into the waterways. It makes our lakes and rivers unsafe for swimming and fishing, as well as damages the habitat for fish and other animals that are living there in the water. So we do this educational piece with them, and we take this opportunity to inform it's a public health risk to children that may also be running around the park barefooted, and the fecal matter comes in contact with them. Mm-hmm. So after the explanation, the kids are challenged to see how many piles of poop that they can pick up in a minute. And when the time is up, we give them a trinket, a brochure that kind of reinforces all that information that we verbalized during the game.
Yeah.
The kids get to enjoy the game, and parents are pleased to see that now their kids actually can help in this chore, scooping the poop.
Sure. Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off. Were you finished? Is that kind of the extent of everything that you've done so far?
As far as with the poop fairy itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're constantly out there. Anytime we get an opportunity to be involved in any kind of public participation, we're definitely out there. Anything that the police jury does, or actually our library system held a summer reading program kickoff at the beginning of the summer, where there was, of course, a lot of kids there. So we were there with our poop fairy and the game and other informational handouts that we give about illicit discharge at that event. So anything that we can do to bring film out there, bring that awareness out there, it's a good attention getter, like I said before, and attention's what, when you get somebody's attention, you can educate them.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that kind of leads directly into my next question. I mean, you guys are going above and beyond, and that's really crazy. We love hearing about MSPors that are really doing everything they can to go above and beyond in terms of stormwater education. I mean, that's everything that StormwaterGO is all about, So what is kind of the effect that campaign has been having in your area? I know you talked a little bit about, kind of kids having the ability to get kind of involved, and the parents, are grateful because now they're participating actively in those chores. But have you seen kind of any, kind of what has the effect been in terms of stormwater education?
Well, with the poop fairy itself, a typical response that we get is people get a kick out of seeing that the roles played by one of our instructors, Jeremy Babineau, and people, when you see the costume, or people, when you show the outfit, they'll kind of get an understanding of it. He's got the wings and a tutu and a fairy wand, People commonly joke to see if he's lost a bet. So it's definitely an attention getter for us, and helps us to educate them a lot better. When we're in those rural, less populated areas, people aren't as understanding about cleaning up after their pets. So the Food Fairy gives us an opportunity to emphasize the importance of cleaning up, especially in close proximity to waterways and roadside ditches. So that waste program or campaign has had a lot of success. It's gained a lot of attention for the overall Stormwater program for a broader audience. Whenever we go out to these public events, that's not your typical events that I guess an environmentalist may be at, or people that would typically do the right good stewardship kind of things to clean up after their pet and stuff. So we are able to reach a broader audience whenever we go out to some of these things. We've had a great interest from homeowners associations and property managers asking for us to meet with their residents and to share some of this knowledge. It's also great to know that the small talk that we've had with the parents during the Scoop the Food game raises enough interest in them for them to want to bring that to their neighborhood. And for me as an environmental coordinator, I feel like it's success anytime I can educate. So, however, my heart really lays in educating the children because they're the future and they're where the biggest changes are going to be made.
Right. Absolutely. Are there any kind of cool success stories that you would like to share with our listeners? Maybe any just kind of a tidbit of one of those kind of unique experiences of spreading stormwater awareness?
The biggest success story is definitely Food Fairy. I don't say a lot about it, but it's really our biggest success story that we have. There's a misconception that pet waste is fertilizer. It's absolutely not. But that's what we see. And my program is for a rural, less populated area. And in these rural areas, people got acres and not just these little lots most of the time. And trying to explain to them that you need to, if it's 20 or more feet away from a waterway, we don't press it as much. But if it's about 20 feet or closer to a waterway or a roadside ditch, we just try to explain to them the process of it breaking down and stuff. And I think it's really made a difference in some people, and just to open their eyes to the fact that it's not a fertilizer. It's such a misconception, but for the most part, cats and dogs eat processed food kind of like we do. They're not out there like a cow or a horse eating the grass and just putting the grass back into the grass, Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's been a real success story for us, just getting that point across and educate people on pet waste.
Yeah, that's totally awesome. And, come to think of it, I think I was one of those people that before I even got into stormwater at all, I thought, dog poops on the lawn, that's just extra fertilizer and, makes the world a little bit better of a place. But, you're totally right. That's 100% the way that we should be going with educating people. Speaking of educating people, kind of our next question is about those NPDES permits and fulfilling education requirements. A lot of MS4s kind of see that, and, kind of public works departments tend to see those as like extracurricular activities that, we try and tack on towards the end of the year, or if we have extra budget, we can work on it, especially in terms of like local government. So it sounds like you've gone a long way to make stormwater a priority. How would you say has that process gone along in terms of encouraging your MS4 to make stormwater a priority?
So I work for an organization where leadership really supports the work that I do. So that's a major thing there. They understand the importance of this program. And also with the organization, I have a support team that handles our day-to-day operation, conducting inspections and reporting on those results. So out of all the minimum control measures that I've had to meet under the MS4, the education, outreach, participation component are definitely my favorite. Anyone who follows me on LinkedIn can attest for that. You noticed the Food Fairy. I think that's probably what made you reach out to me initially. feel that these three components create great behavioral change. We want to see change. We have to be persistent and constantly educate. And with education comes outreach. So we got to go out there and educate the right people, the people that are the offenders. Like I always like to say, you're not doing justice educating somebody that's already doing the right things. It's the people that aren't doing the right things that you have to go out and educate. So that's why bringing the Big Fairy to different events has been so effective for us. We're able to reach people that might not be have exposure to that topic any other time. But another part of my job that I really hadn't discussed much relates to the inspections of residential home sewer systems. I oversee a mechanical sewer system inspection program. We basically go door to door checking for failing sewer systems. So my inspectors identify those homes with those failing sewer systems and educate the homeowners on proper maintenance and let them know the repairs that need to be done. So they're out there every day I've got two inspectors doing about 30 inspections a day throughout the parish. Like I said, we do go door to door.
Right.
We send out violation letters whenever they have systems that are not in compliance, and we do necessary follow-up to make sure that those issues do get taken care of. And my inspectors always get very good feedback and good reviews from the citizens, residents out there. Call me all the time and say that they're have such a good experience with our inspectors, and they've educated them a lot on the system and just not knowing. You have somebody who's lived in the city all of their life and has always been on a community system and have never had to deal with a system in their backyard. A lot of times they don't even know that they have a sewer system in their backyard.
Wow.
And that's whenever we see some of these failing systems. So it's constantly being out there and doing that education and helping that whole permit process. That's how we go about enforcing things on our end.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, kind of my next question, and it sounds like you're really well supported by your group, and kind of your leadership really understands the importance. So maybe this question doesn't apply a ton to you, but before our podcast, you mentioned that you used one of our free StormwaterGO videos to emphasize the need of stormwater education in your area. In complying with stormwater permits, both of us often kind of seem like those bad guys and can be kind of annoying sometimes. How have you gone about combating the really another fee or another meeting mentality?
Well, the video that you references, it references the cost that's associated with noncompliance in municipalities. For people that don't know out there are huge fines that can be had whenever a municipality is in noncompliance with this permit. So generally, we've gotten to the point where we've got to take action. And having the ability to reference the video allows for my coalition members to see that the issues that we are having are actually widespread. I'm here out of Louisiana. I know you're out of Utah, so it's good for them to see, okay, well, this is a states over states matter. It's not just here, not just on these states bordering the waters or things like that. So the fact that your training firm has created a video addressing those things emphasizes that importance. The videos really made a difference when I meet with my colleagues regarding responsibilities that relate to the MS score. Even though I feel that we're not where we need to be, we're making strides and creating new culture and making positive impacts by complying with these federal regulations.
Awesome. So we're kind of reaching our kind of perfect time slot. Generally speaking, we like to give all of our guests about 5 or 10 minutes towards the end to leave our listeners with kind of one key point or one really specific, kind of tidbit that you'd like to leave them with after the podcast. What's that one key point for you?
Well, I do my best to embody the police jury's mission statement here, and that's to provide the people of Calcasieu Parish with a high quality of service and actions that benefit the present and future generations throughout Southwest Louisiana. But I like to say future generations everywhere, not just here, So one thing that I'd like to leave listeners, or one key point that I'd like to share is, actually it's a hashtag that I use on any of my LinkedIn posts, and it's hashtag pass it on. I use this hashtag just about on everything because passing knowledge onto those around us and to future generations is what we should be doing. Children live what they learn, and we need to teach them how to be good stewards of our environment. That way our environment's going to be here for our children's children and their children, and and so on. We need to take care of the resources that we have. Water being a major resource that needs to be taken care of. So I just encourage your listeners to post educational information anytime they can on our environment, and to use that hashtag, pass it on.
Awesome. You know what? I couldn't have said it better myself. When we post this podcast, we'll make sure to include the hashtag pass it on, as well as our Saving Stormwater podcast, Saving Stormwater hashtag. For all of our listeners, you can listen to this podcast on YouTube. We will also be posting this on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Make sure to give us a follow there. All of our social media postings are at StormwaterGO, except on Twitter, it's at StormwaterG. Make sure to give us a follow on those for any updates on stormwater education or updates on this Saving Stormwater podcast. With that being said, thank you so much, Tara. You bring a lot of great insights to the stormwater community. And if there's just one person that's kind of inspired by the amazing things your group is doing, then then it's 100% worth it. This entire experience, it's kind of like you said, it's built to pass on the information to the next generation so that we can help preserve our own water quality and preserve our planet and its natural resources.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Tara.
Thank you, Krista, for having me, and I really enjoyed speaking with you today, and I hope your listeners get some great information from the podcast.
Me too. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.